to advance this agenda, ensuring that Kenya and Africa interests are represented, and working together with other parties to see that the impact of these actions is not just high level, but reaching out the grassroots and impacting the constituency and most vulnerable population whose welfare have always worked to improve. Honorable Chair, in conclusion, allow me to reaffirm my deep conviction that the journey I have walked through service, leadership, advocacy has prepared me for this responsibility. Experience I've gained, the knowledge I've acquired, the skills I've sharpened, and above all, the passion and the inner resolve that guide me to have collective sharpened by readiness to serve and champion the interests of our nation. Not only our nation, but also the region, with utmost dedication and integrity. Service to one's country is the highest calling any patriot can answer. Each of you, honorable members, has answered that call through your own service. And today, I'm equally prepared to answer that same call and committed to safeguard the environment sustainability upon which the future depends. To having conversation with you. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Ida. Quite a detailed story of your life. I'll now allow members to ask you questions. As I do that, let me acknowledge the team that flanked you to give you support. You're most welcome. Feel comfortable.
I'll start with Honorable Memosi, and then Honorable Kandia. You'll take the two questions, respond to them, then we'll take another set of two questions.
Thank you, Chair. And Chair, let me begin by congratulating Mama for her nomination. And Chair, I must say that we have vetted many nominees, but I've never seen a nominee coming up with the speeches and photos. This is very impressive. Congratulations. Having said that, Kenya has been positioning itself as a leader in carbon markets and innovative climate financing mechanisms, including participation in international tax and climate finance initiatives. What specific diplomatic, legal, and partnership-driven actions will you take at Unep to, one, expand Kenya's participation in carbon markets and bilateral or multilateral carbon trading arrangements, and B, attract climate finance flows to Kenya and other developing countries, and lastly, ensure mechanisms comply with international standards while delivering measurable environmental and economic benefits? That's just one of the formal questions. And an informal question, Mama, having listened to your background and knowing the kind of fight you have fought, a rural girl looking at you, watching you, a village girl who inspires, who has been inspired by you, who is thinking, how would I have ever achieve what Mama Ida has achieved? What would you tell this rural girl watching you from all corners in this country? Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Hang on, Mamaida. There is one more question, then you can respond to them.
Thank you, Chair. I want also to congratulate the nominee for the exemplary, for the presentation she has given us. However, I have one question. UNEP mandate increasingly links environmental sustainability with health, education, food systems, and social resilience. Areas reflected in your philanthropic work. How will you promote an integrated approach that aligns environmental diplomacy with Kenya's socio-economic development priorities and sustainable development goals, SDGs? Thank you, Chair.
You may respond to those three questions the way you understand them.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think these are very interesting questions. In fact, listening to his question, this is a question that have been asked very many times by young girls when I go to various schools to be with them and to mentor them. They always ask me, what can I do to be with you? The first answer to that question, be yourself, get education, because education is the key to further development. If you can do that, then heaven is the limit. You can go anywhere. And work hard. Don't forget issues of integrity, faithfulness, hard work, and all the things that go with it. Don't forget to pray in the morning when you wake up. Tell God, lead me to where I'm going to. And at evening, when you go to bed, thank God for the day that you've gone through. That's what I tell them. Listen to your elders. All those basic things will enable them to move higher. Now, the other question by the member up there, you are talking about mobilization. You are talking about what we'll do to sustain, to put Kenya in the global map, isn't it? I think I got you correct. Now, when it comes to that, in Kenya, we have our own standards. But Kenya is a part of the global community with those standards.